Hi everybody, it is Imani P from the DMV. You know where I'm at, you know where I be, ho. And welcome to my channel, Imani Versus, where I talk about music, culture, and more.
Oh, cute.
Anyway, today is gonna be a special video. It's relatively special video where I'm gonna be introducing and bringing up the artist TeeFLii. I feel like a lot of people have forgotten who he was, and I really enjoyed his music back in 2014 and 2013. So I just want to talk about where he came from, where he has been, and what he's doing now. So let's get started. So just like any other video, if I'm looking down, I'm looking at my notes. You know why? Because we do our young research on this channel.
Nobody does that dance anymore. I don't know why I do that. I don't even know how to do that dance. What is that dance called?
Whatever. TeeFLii, known as Christian Jones, was born on June 17th, 1987 in Los Angeles, California. So yes, we're going to be talking about a West Coast artist, something that I am very surprised that I enjoyed a West Coast artist, because usually West Coast music doesn't really connect with me, and it does sound very weird to me sometimes. But I do like a few West Coast artists now, and he's one of them. TeeFLii is an American singer, songwriter, rapper, producer, and dancer. And he developed an interest in music as a kid when that was like the only stable thing in his life. So he had a kind of troubling upbringing. And the only thing that felt stable in his life was dancing. So he used to do crump dancing back in the day because that was what was popular back then. Like them Step Up movies and stuff, when that girl was like, y'all know what I'm talking about. So his unstable like upbringing was like so bad to the point that when he was 13 years old, he actually decided to move out, which is really sad. And from there, he's kind of just been on his own. I believe he got with a woman, had a child with them, and from there he kind of started his music career. And he got the name TeeFLii from his crumping days. He was in a Chris Brown video when he was a child, just one of the background dancers crumping. You know, Chris Brown used to be crumping back then too. And he got that name from a mentor that he had. I think his name was Tight Eyes. Let me look at my notas. So he got the name from Fly Styles, which was a mentor, someone that taught him how to dance and crump and just sharpen up his skills some more because he had a natural talent already. So from there, he kind of just took Tight Eyes and Fly Styles and then made TeeFLii, you know? And that's how he got his name. And from there, he got in the industry by firstly producing and writing songs. So he was helping like other small artists in the industry write and produce songs. So from there, he was like, I want to make my own music. I want to write and produce my own music and see where it goes. And he eventually created his own mixtape called Anirute 1. So this is like a mixtape series that he's going to have when I talk about him throughout this entire video, that he's just going to keep having en route 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's just going to be extensions of him growing as an artist. That mixtape, he had a variety of West Coast artists on there, because one thing about the West Coast, them Negroes stay together. Like, if you a West Coast artist, you gonna have DJ Mustard, you gonna have Snoop Dogg, you gonna have Nipsey. And he worked really closely with Nipsey. Even before he passed away, he was on his debut album. So, you know, this is his first album, En Route 1, and Nipsey was on there. It was received really well by critics, and a lot of people liked it out there. From there, TeeFLii went on and started making his second album, and he was working with DJ Mustard most of the album. So it was a lot of productions from himself and DJ Mustard, which is like the West Coast sound right now. Dijon Mustard. So he had En Route 1, En Route 2, which was produced by DJ Mustard, and 15 or Nothing. Then around the time that he was making those two mixtapes and released them, he was working on a joint mixtape with Nipsey Hussle. But sadly, it was never released. TeeFLii eventually, you know, I guess they just parted ways on the project. They're still friends. And made another mixtape, Fireworks, which had DJ Mustard's influence on it. And that was the third mixtape that he had dropped in 8 months. He was really working. He was really feeling himself. He was like, I got talent. I'm going to keep pushing. People are liking me because the critics were liking the mixtapes. Fireworks was the mixtape that gave him more of a mainstream success. It was named Rolling Stone's #1 mixtape of that week back in 2013, and DJ Mustard produced the entire thing. He even stemmed a single called This D, you know, this, you know.
You know. Don't act like you don't know. You know.
So that song did really well, and then he ended up dropping his 4th mixtape, Anarute 1, Who the F is Annie? And even ended up making a song that wasn't on that mixtape with Snoop Dogg and Warren G. Like I said, them West Coast artists, they stick together. Like, that's one thing you can say about the West Coast, them stick together. Then boom, in 2014, TeeFLii dropped 24 Hours, featuring 2 Chainz, which did extremely well on the urban contemporary R&B charts. He even dropped his debut album, Star. He was like the hottest like artist out of the West Coast at the time. Everybody was talking about him. Everybody liked him. Everybody like knew who he was. He was gaining momentum to become the new star. Like, I guess, you know, a more polished Chris Brown. And then it was just silence. Now, the point of this video was stemmed from a conversation I had on Twitter with Black. Where sometimes an artist gets a push, they have all this backing, has everybody behind them just working with them, and they get that push and nothing happens with it. TeeFLii was a part of the record label Epic, and I don't like record labels for real. I think they're scammers and I think they're capitalistic people. Like, I don't like any of them. They don't know nothing about no hip hop and they just abusing and using you. But that's another YouTube video. But he was part of Epic Records, and Epic seemed to have liked him. As long as he produced the results, Epic still pushed him and did whatever with him. But the second he popped off, produced the results, it was just silence, and I haven't heard from him since. I know that he has dropped a mixtape in 2018, but since then it's been a little bit quiet, and I'm really hoping he's still making music now. I believe that he is, from what I looked at and researched. But the point of this video was just to, you know, remind people who TeeFLii was. I really liked his voice. It sounded very kid-like, but it was soulful, and I really liked that a lot. I feel like he was really talented. He was a great dancer. He was a songwriter. He's a singer, and he got, you know, some talent from his grandmother, who was a background singer for Elvis Presley's Stealing Ass. But that's another video as well if you want. Everybody knows that, right? Like I said, there are many artists that has a record label that finally has that push, that has that backing, and then nothing. Like, for example, like Rico Nasty or Dream Doll or Imani. It's like they're everywhere, and then there was just nothing ever again. And that's an issue I have with record labels and just the industry in general. I really hope that TeeFLii is okay. I like his music. I think I should listen to his mixtapes and even his album Star. They're really good. It's really good R&B. And let me know what y'all think about this. I might do another one of these just to bring up a old artist that is kind of old, kind of new from the past that has slipped our minds for some reason. Let me know. But that is it for my video. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and let me know what you think.